everybody, and welcome to a very special day, a very special Sunday. It is Championship Sunday here in the Diddler Cup Racing Series. Boy, am I excited with this one. My name is Chip Chapman. I'm joined, as always, by my broadcast partner, Lightning Lord Shivers.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to wherever you're watching this race around the world, because we know there is worldwide interest for the biggest, most climactic championship finale in all motor racing this year. We've come so far. It's taken us several months. It's taken us about 24 races. We started the season with 32 drivers. It now all comes down to 4. The other 28 are still here because they're contractually obligated to be there. But here we are in Santa Monica. We got a beach in the infield. We got 200 miles an hour assist. We've got Championship Sunday.
We do have Championship Sunday. We are down to 4. It is as simple as it gets. 32 drivers started this quest 21 races ago in South Tucson, Arizona. We finish it here at Santa Monica, California. We are at Scorch's pretty fucking good racetrack for the Total and Nude 500. A brand new racetrack to the Diddler Cup. A brand new racetrack to these 32 drivers. And Lord, it is time for just 4 drivers to put all they got into this one race. It is as simple as this. You're only racing your other 3 opponents. Highest finish wins the championship. It is that simple. There's no extra points for leading laps. There's no extra points. There's no bonus points. Everything is an even playing field. We're down to 4 drivers racing to be the first one across that finish line 60 laps later.
We came down to just these 4 competitors. Giacomo, Paul Alcohol, Joe John Winchester, and rookie Petro Topoff. Only one of them is going to hoist the prestigious Diddler Cup. They may hoist it. They may drink out of it. They may use it as bedpan. Those are entirely within the rules, and quite frankly, what they do with the Diddler Cup after they win it, well, that's their own business. That ain't ours.
Yeah, they are contractually allowed to do whatever they want to it. Now that is the thing. We're talking about these 4 drivers. 9 wins out of 21 races amongst the 4 drivers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just doing the quick math. 7 poles amongst those 4, and all those poles go to War Machine Racing. See, that is one of the interesting things there, Lord. War Machine Racing, a 2-man team, a 2-car team, has basically both their drivers in championship contention. They got a 1 in 2 chance of walking away with the championship trophy. Now, here's the thing. This is what's interesting. Is that going to be a problem when you got 2 teams vying for the same championship?
That's going to be very interesting. I've talked to people at War Machine Racing. They've said that they're going to let Giacomo in the number 4 KISS War Machine car, who's starting on pole position. And then Paul Alcohol, you may see him in the back there. He's starting the outside of row 6. And he, of course, has brought his favorite chassis. He's brought Beth to the track. They are going to race each other. They're going to race each other tooth and nail. As long as they don't take each other out, they're all good. But given the propensity of these drivers to make bad decisions, I wouldn't be surprised if they took each other out.
They know how to get dumb as hell, no doubt about that. Also, again, we had 12 drivers who qualified for the playoffs. 12 who are now eliminated. Big Daddy Thibodeau and Jean-Paul Henry, 2 points apart. They're battling for 5th, so those 12 drivers are battling for 5th. Plus, we got the battle for 17th of everybody else. I mean, it's a matter of pride. It's a matter of winnings. It's a matter of just making yourself look really good in case you want to get a better ride, a good contract. It's time to impress for these 32 drivers. Some of them might be on the hot seat. Some of them may be looking to get better jobs next year at other tracks. Some of us may be wanting jobs that don't involve going 200 miles into a wall all the time. And some of them are just horses and bears that don't know no better. Exactly. Well, we got, let's just go ahead and go through the starting grid and tell you how all these cars are going to be lining up here at the total in Nude. 500 here at Scorch's PFG Racetrack. On the pole, you heard it already. Giacomo qualifying for his 4th pole of the season. He's got speed. Can he hold on to it? He's got 2 wins as well. Richard Blood on the outside pole there. On row 2, Jean-Paul Henry and Reverend Pastor Chavez. A lot of playoff contenders all at the front of this racetrack. Row 3, it's El Matador Toto Rosanna, and there's one of the championship contenders right there. Qualifying 6th, Joe John Winchester in row 3. On row 4, Jim Blossoms and Ennio Sparini in that 28 wall-to-wall salve car. On row 5, it is a pair of rookies from the Spub and Mortport's team, the Taco Baco car at Bucket Dushine, and Smiley Van Buren in that I Ate the Bones KFC car. On row 6, it's Harry Gunt, and there's a 3rd championship contender, Paul Alcohol, in that 35 car. On row 7, there's the 4th one. It's Petrol Top-Off right behind Paul Alcohol, along with Kevin Boner Pillman in that Dongerex Injectapen Pen 15 car. Paul Walker and Big Daddy Thibodeau are on row 8, couple of playoff guys who made the playoffs and were eliminated. On row 9, it's the Child, 542 Norman. Heck of a rookie season for Norman. And Ricky Walton in that 32 Temecula Dirt car. On row 10, it's Jeff Shanice in the Jeff's Chinese car. And Morris Mayfield, that 69 car.
Nice.
And on row 11, it's Dirk Tanaka in the number 99 Slap Mark car. And Jeff Gordon the Horse getting his first win a couple of races ago. On row 12, it's Woo Ba Bali and Agent Toby Keith in that 27 car. Great rookie season for Agent Toby Keith as well. On the next row, it's Vitala Kriptov in that number 1 Gray Bits car and Mr. Naga's most glorious driver. Row 14, it's Stumpy Lane in that number 9 Gumboos car and Bowie Jessup in the HCL 22 Toyota Yaris. On row 15, it's Fat Daryl and Nikolai, the Soviet driving bear, so a lot of heft, a lot of girth in the back there. And on row 16, it's Doug Pork and Cobb Salad. We got pork and salad at the back of this field. And that is how they are going to line up there. Well, that's the thing. Lloyd, we got the 4 we're looking at right now. We're looking at Paul Alcohol and Petrol Top-Off as they're getting ready to start this race. And, of course, we've got our other 2 championship contenders at the front, Winchester and Giacomo. Now, we haven't talked about the course at all. It is 2.5 miles long. It is a triangle, so there's only 3 turns. It's a tri-oval, as we tend to use that term. It's 3 turns. How does that change things up for these drivers? Does it change anything up?
Well, I'll tell you that the expectations, they'll tell you that this is just any other race. We've been to a lot of fast tracks, but when it all comes down to this one race for the championship, they'll tell you, they say it's going to be another race, but it's not. It's going to be the most important day of their lives right here. We're going to see a first-time champion crowned. We got a full house here. We got you, Larry Wayne, Ship Chapman. We got myself, Lightning Lloyd. Chiffords has won more short track titles in the state of Arizona than any person alive. And we got Beaumont Jenkins here in the booth here today.
Just washed up ashore here.
Oh my God! You're covered in seaweed. I didn't realize that was you, Beaumont.
Hey! Just because they said it was on house arrest, the only problem is they said you got to serve it at someone else's house. I say, God damn it!
Well, you're here in the Lord's house at the goddamn racetrack. It's time for a goddamn auto race. Well, I think it is time to pray, and of course we have a special guest. He's going to join us in the booth when the race gets started as well. But right now he's down on the track giving the prayer and also giving the race command when we need it. So right now for the prayer to thank the Lord, the namesake of this racetrack itself, Radio's Scorch.
Yeah. Well, let me just say, wheels keep on turning and spinning just like the wheel of meat. And when everybody sees the weird news, they think it's pretty neat. When you have to choose between douche and dressing, it gets really hard. And these guys will be driving around the track in their motor cars. Some are on, some deranged. Racing, it is very strange. Weird nudes.
I love nudes!
All right.
The wheel of meat!
All right, the wheel of meat is going to be spun, but we got 4 times 32, 128 tires that are going to be wheels getting spun around. Boys, it is time time to crown a champion. 60 laps away from crowning our first champion. Will it be the number 4 Kiss Ford driven by Giacomo? Will it be the number 47 Just Guns Ford driven by Joe John Winchester? Will it be the number 35 Bathhouse Jim's Bathtub Gin car, that Ford, driven by Paul Alcohol? Or will it be the rookie driving the only Dodge Stratus in championship contention, the number 90 car driven by Petrol Top Off? Boys, it is just about time to go. I think we need to go down to the racetrack and Scorch, our Grand Marshal, to give those not quite famous words in motorsports, but the ones that just do the job and get the point across without getting us sued.
Let's get totally nude!
I mean, I think that's
All right, here we go. Let's do it. All right, shirt's got to come off.
Oh wait, I thought that was. I think it's more of a. I don't know about the theoretical.
You heard the man. You heard the man. We're getting.
Totally nude!
Drop your britches. It's a goddamn auto race.
Oh my God. Okay, well I guess the britches are coming off, and there the pace car is, and it's kind of appropriate because we got Giacomo.
I should probably take this headset off and take off my.
Beaumont can't hear you. Oh my God, Beaumont's getting Beaumont. There is just people in these stands are just taking off their swim trunks, and they are just waving them in the air like they just don't care. Look at this beautiful racetrack here in Santa Monica. We're seeing dust getting kicked up. It is a beautiful track to go for a goddamn auto race.
It's
Pace
a skin
car.
and dip or a chunky dunk, either way you look at it. It is cold in here, goddamn.
Fair enough. I'm not going to judge any sort of shrinkage. I'm just going to keep my eyes above the table.
You gotta adjust it for inflation.
Well, I don't know what kind of pumps you're buying, but fair enough.
Yeah,
But
it's like 410 out here.
Y'all, someone needs to crank up the heater.
fair enough. Well, the pace car is taking him
I
around.
gotta tell you what, I love this new revamped Cooper Beach track. I hope they throw the blue shell.
Oh my God! Well, it is. Well, here at the PFG racetrack, Scorch's PFG racetrack, we are just seeing some beautiful sights as Scorch himself is getting himself into the studio. Scorch, are you excited for this one?
Yes, I am. I mean, it's incredible how Santa Monica, California really looks a lot like Manchester, New Hampshire.
Of course. Well, it looks like the pace car has gone down to pit road, and that's gonna be interesting. That is a big dip down to pit road, but we're gonna see.
That could be treacherous if they need to make a green flag pit stop. Here we go. Several months in the making, 22 races, but it all comes down to this.
This is where it goes. As 32 cars began, 4 are gonna decide who is gonna be the champion of the 2018 Diddler Cup. Who will do it? Let's go, Diddler! It's a goddamn all right! 60 laps around this tri-oval, and they're gonna try not to wreck. Giacomo takes the lead immediately, and look at all that dust. That must be sand getting kicked up there.
Of course, it's kicking up from off the shoreline here. You know, when this racetrack was first built, they decided they wanted to try and use the lovely palm trees as the only means of stopping the cars in case of impact. But of course, they decided that they just decided to put up.
It looks very scenic, though. But the only driver that ever got stopped by a palm tree was Paul Walker.
Fair enough, you know, but I think that's that might have happened.
But of course, that was a temporary thing here because he is up there in 15th. Remember, he's got something to race for. He wants to finish this season out on a high note.
That he does. One lap in, Giacomo leading this race. Remember, the 5 bonus points do not factor in. It's just a matter of how fast you finish, how high you finish, and we're seeing Joe John Winchester in 7th place. Everyone's just kind of holding position right now, getting a feel for this racetrack.
There is so much dust getting kicked up off of here. Of course, this being a brand new racetrack on the calendar, brand new, hasn't been rubbered in yet, so it's going to be a bit slippery. It's going to be a bit sandy. It's probably going to be a little bit moist from the water that's rushing up.
Gonna get wet.
Well, that's the thing. I think one of the things we had a concern about is when we had to run this race, We had to run it. We had to take into account the tide calendars because we got a dang ocean that is rolling up on us here.
With all these people getting naked in the stands, I think we got either a quarter moon or a waning moon or a waxing moon.
Well,
waxing
I think,
moon is if you wanna
hopefully
get
there's
the
some of
hair
them.
off.
I'm sure some of them are waxing.
Waxing? Hey, it's time to play everybody's favorite game, Joe. Douche or race car driver.
Oh, good goodness. Well, we got Scorch here in the studio. All right, we're going to be keeping everybody introduced. Well, we're going to go ahead and just let you know if anything important happens. But we're going to go ahead and play Douche or Race Car?
Douche or race car? All right. Carefree. Is it a douche or a race car?
Race car.
What'd he say?
You're race car.
Carefree.
Airfree.
Carefree. They sponsored the 1994 Bill Elliott car.
And that sounds like a douche to me. I don't remember driving an Airfree out of the dealership lots here without permission.
Oh, man.
Excuse me, it was a knockoff version of the William Elliott World of In-Laws.
Okay. Elliott Williams, I think you're talking about, right? It was William, Elliott.
William, Elliott.
Fair enough.
Carefree is a douche.
Oh, okay, there we go.
All right.
Yeah.
Like this game already. Jim Blossoms is leading the race, coming around this turn as we come around.
Oh, damn.
Well, he hasn't led yet. We're coming around the stretch. We're still getting a handle there. This racetrack is coming around. All right, there's pit lane. And Giacomo, that high line not looking too good just yet. Let's go ahead and get another douche or race car here. What you got for us?
Here, douche or race car. Days for girls. Is it a douche or a race car?
What was that? What for girls?
Days for girls.
Days for girls. All right, you go ahead and play along at home
Days
with
for
us
Girls.
as well if you want to play.
That was a Days of Thunder porno parody back in 1987.
I saw that,
Featured
man.
a young Peter North. That is a race car.
Man, whoever they got to play Harry Hyde's stunt double in that, man, he was well hung.
I think they used a porn star named Harry Hyde as well because it's kind of an appropriate porn star name.
It's like pole position 3. with the enclosed booth there where you make out with the cabinet.
Fair.
Yeah.
Days for
Grab 'em all
girls.
in there.
Days for girls is a program that provides douches to Africa.
Oh, douches for Africa.
Yes.
We may have to link up with some of these sponsors. I think. I might need to write
that might be our charitable organization at the end of the season.
Douches for Africa. All right. Well, that's I guess that's technically a douche. Okay.
Yeah, one more.
We're looking at. Okay, go ahead. One more.
Vagisil, douche or race car?
Oh, now I know I've seen the Vagisil car.
That's right.
So I think I might think this one might be might be like a little bit of a trick question if we're gonna go.
Is it pronounced Vagisil or Vagasile? Because I think he was a French driver back in the 24-hour Le Mans.
Oh, the 24-hour Lemons, yeah.
The 24-hour Lemons back in 1997.
I think it might be
24-hour lemon party.
I think it might be both. Is both an answer? Can both be an answer?
Driving douche.
Trick question. Vagisil is not a type of douche. It is a creed. It is only a race car.
Oh, it was a race car. Oh, okay. Well, that's my problem. I don't know. I gotta brush up on my feminine hygiene products, I think, is the
You got me
problem.
confused there because the only other douche that's also a race car driver is Tony Stewart.
Fair enough. No doubt about that. And look at this, guys. We've seen Giacomo fall down off this lead. Bucket Douchine, after Jean-Paul Henry had a lap led, Bucket Douchine is going to lead this race, and Richard Blood is coming along inside, and we're seeing a nice clean race 7 laps in.
We are seeing a nice clean race, but look at this here. Giacomo, yes, he is falling out the lead here. He's lost the lead draft, but you'll notice if you look at the ticker along the left-hand side of the screen, he is leading the drivers that he needs to be leading.
Yep, he is, but he is not as high. Let's see where everybody else is. Paul Alcohol down in 22nd. Petrol Top-Off in 24th, and Winchester has just dropped off the front of this pack. Let's keep an eye on this. We're still early in this race. He's sitting in between Jeff Gordon, the horse, and Wu Bai Bali. Just kind of keeping an eye on everything. I don't know if there's trouble for Winchester, but everybody seems to be still on pace. He's holding on to it right now. 8 laps in of this 60-lap race. There ain't too much really to talk about. No one's really seen any problems. Maybe it's just a matter of just kind of holding on and waiting to get a good pit stop and then shake things up.
Now, Mr. Scorch, I've got a question here. With all of your fortunes here, what inspired you to build this racetrack right here in Santa Monica, California?
Well, it's very simple. See, back in the day, I knew 2 radio hacks, and I don't like to say their name, but let's call them Greg and Tony. And Greg and Tony, I mentored them, and I taught them everything they knew. And Greg and Tony, well, they were all like making fun of me one day because I had the most popular TV show. We had 60 million viewers on my show PFG TV.
60 million, my God!
Yeah, we had 60 million viewers. We were seen in 80 cities, including London, England. But anyway, so they would make fun of my show, and I'm like, I'll show them how rich and powerful I am, and that's why I built my own racetrack. And I made it sure that it would be the finale of the most fanatical racing series in the world, which is the Diddler Cup Racing Series.
Scorch,
He's a modern-day David McLean, I tell you what.
Yes.
We are so happy to have you on board as an official partner of the Diddler Cup. Beautiful racetrack, gonna be part of the schedule, I think, as far as we know, going forward. And look at this right now, big news. Paul Alcohol has passed Giacomo. He is in 14th place. Giacomo has dropped down to 18th.
And look at this, he's about to let Petro Topoff through on the inside.
And Petro Topoff has been passed as well. Petro Topoff is now in front of Giacomo. There's a buffer zone in Stumpy Lane, that number 9 Gumbo's car, and look at the movement of these cars. Giacomo and Petro Topoff are just racing each other so hard, but Alcohol, just a proven professional. He knows how to. I think if there's anyone on this track, as far as the 4 that are fighting for the championship, that knows how to handle a race car through any kind of adversity, it is definitely Paul Alcohol, who is in 12th place right now. Giacomo in 16th, Topoff in 17th, Winchester in 20th. Richard Blood, your leader.
Changing all over the place here, folks.
There'll be a low line there for Alcohol.
Yeah, that's got to be the thing. It's been working for him, and I think if there's anyone you can trust to just hold it all together, to battle off the nerves, Paul Alcohol is the man. You know, he came so very close last season, ending up John Paul Henry, who appropriately enough is right in front of Petro Topoff in that 90 car in the top right-hand corner of your screen. But we're looking at the Kiss War Machine right now, trying to make up some spots. But it wouldn't be bad to have a 1-2 finish in the final standings for War Machine Racing. Man, that would be huge.
Paul Alcohol has just walked a straight and narrow line all the way to the championship, which is always usually hard when you're under the influence of alcohol, as Paul Alcohol often is.
He's pushing towards the front of this racetrack. He's just trying to buy himself some extra space. Now, Scorch, did you know that you were going to be building such a competitive racetrack?
No, I had no idea. I just drew a triangle on a piece of paper and handed the guys, there's your track. And then they did all the rest of the work, and I'm a little bit disappointed because there, quite frankly, should be a lot more crashes because that's PFG to me. Now,
I would love to see the schematics of this track, which is just you drawing a triangle on there. And that's all we got. By the way,
I hope you included an arrow of which way they're going.
Probably.
That's what the line around the track is there for.
That's why we paint that line. That's a Diddler Cup. That's a Diddler Cup agreement. They got to paint that line on the track to tell them which way they got to go. And we're seeing right now, Paul Alcohol has moved up to 6th place in this race. We're got to be about 25% through this racetrack. Giacomo in 10th. Winchester has moved into 3rd as far as being in 16th place. Petro Topoff down to 22nd. So Paul Alcohol, your provisional champion, as Ennio Sparini, right in behind him, Jeff Shanice.
Speaking of alcohol, some are hot and some to rain. Stories that are very strange. It's time for weird news.
Oh my God, we got weird news. Excellent. I love weird news. My favorite segment.
That's my favorite thing on PFG TV. I used to watch it on public access or on my friend's cable TV channel.
I have my friends send me VHS tapes. We didn't get it from where I'm from.
Yeah, so a man from New Jersey blamed his DWI on the only culprit imaginable, the New York Jets. Christopher Gracelock, 57, of West Midford, New Jersey, was arrested Sunday afternoon after he rear-ended another vehicle, injuring one woman in the process. Officers from the Wayne Police Department said Gracelock was staggering and swaying, unable to walk in a straight line, in danger of falling onto the highway. They noticed a heavy odor of alcohol in his breath and stains of liquid on his clothes. Gracelock allegedly admitted that he rear-ended the car that was stopped in front of him in traffic. When authorities performed a sobriety test on Gracelock, he failed the test by registering a blood alcohol level of 1.3%, well above New Jersey's legal limit. During the check, Gracelock allegedly told police, "I drank too much because the Jets suck." And that's weird news for today.
Oh. That
All
certainly is weird. I mean, you know.
One hell of a butt fumble, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, that certainly is.
I mean, people have been blaming the New York Jets for years. I mean, ever since they got rid of Joe Namath and he started doing Flexall commercials, that's where it started going downhill.
Ever since he started kissing people on the sidelines. Exactly. Look at this.
Joe Namath starts drinking because the Jets suck, and he's trying to make mouth.
And speaking of drinking, look who's making charts for the
Look at
overall
this.
race.
And John Winchester is not far behind. We got ourselves a goddamn auto race, y'all. Paul Alcohol has moved into second place. Giacomo in fourth. John Winchester on that low line, on that inside line. He's looking to make up some space. We're watching. Oh, Alcohol is off the pace, and here comes Giacomo. They are going side by side. Giacomo is right behind Winchester. Right behind Alcohol. Alcohol and Giacomo. We're still only early into this race. Goodness me.
Oh my goodness. Can you believe we still got 2/3 of this race left to go?
We are seeing early stages of the competitiveness. And here comes Winchester. Winchester's trying to make a run up the top two.
I mean, he was taking some pointers from last to first. Woo, Bob Holland.
Absolutely.
He's just taking it. He's involved with it.
Well, Stumpy Lane has led this race so far. Alcohol in third. Giacomo in fourth. I think that's actually going to be 2 and 3 right now. As Ennio Sperini has dropped back down to fourth. I think Ennio Sperini, knowing there's going to be some chaos going on there, he don't want to get himself in the middle of potentially a wreck. That's a very smart move by the veteran driver Sperini. And he's got Winchester right behind him. He accidentally just put himself in the eye of the storm.
This is incredible. And you got the 2 War Machine racing drivers just as they promised. They were going to race each other. There are no team orders. There is no kind of gentleman's agreement in place because these are not gentlemen. These are 2 all-American racing drivers who know one thing, and that's to put their foot to the firewall and hope like hell they don't bend it.
Here's the thing, though. They got no racing orders, but I understand at least they kind of were wishing they at least got some, like, you know, as far as their own team.
Yeah, just don't like kill each other.
But they're just like, no, turning the radio off. Nothing. Paul Alcohol may be leading this race as we come around. Look at this. That 35 car has been patient throughout this entire race. 19 laps in, that 35 car is going to be coming around and is going to lead this race with his teammate in second. Look at this.
Special.
1 and 2.
How special would it be to win this championship with a victor in the final race of the season?
That's what happened last year. That's what Jean-Paul Henry did. It was a huge day, and they are pulling away. War Machine want to make this a 1-2 race.
Hey, when you make a race 1-2 race, you gotta remember that you're number 1 and everyone else is number 2, and number 2 means
That it does, Scorch. You're absolutely right. We have not seen a caution yet, Lord. I know you tend
for loving you, baby.
You tend to be the man who's good with the numbers on the pit stops. We got 60 laps on a 2.5 mile course, which people tell me that's 150 miles, I believe. About how many green? When we're going to start seeing our green flag stops here?
Well, we're going to start seeing this around lap 35 to 40 here.
Okay, so just one. We're just going to see one green flag stop then.
And this may be it here. They may just need to make one stop. So that means they got to get it right, which means, of course, for the mechanics who are all very poorly trained and very
drunk.
sloppy. They're all
probably drunk.
sloppy and uncoordinated as hell. So you got to put all your trust into them. Well, good luck.
What has happened to Joe John Winchester? He is fallen back into the field. He's actually behind Petrol Topoff. No, he's actually even further back. Oh no, what has happened? This is what happened last year as well. He had a chance to win this race, to win the championship on the final race of the season. And if I recall, he had issues with his car. Petrol Topoff hanging in there. Petrol Topoff for a rookie. 2 wins for that rookie this year. I mean, we got to talk about Rookie of the Year easily. Without a doubt, it's Petrol Topoff.
Absolutely.
Hey, what about me? I mean, I told you
Go! We got a smoker back there.
Trouble. Who's smoking? Where's their problems?
Oh, we got it all the way back. Jeff Janice. Jeff Janice is steamed.
Oh no, well, he has got a lot of just issues going on there. I think the caution is not coming out. There's a lot of smoke coming up off that car.
Oh, what a shame. Jeff
that is not
Janice.
even making pit row. Oh, that is a shame for Jeff Janice.
You know, I really like that Jeff Janice, though. You know, he had that song in the 80s that went like, I love your smile,
Looks like a flat tire.
Y'all, who is leading? Oh my God!
Bear's leading.
Bear is leading. We've got a goddamn
How could that be?
grizzly bear leading
Look
this
who's
goddamn
second.
auto race.
Look who's second.
If that ain't South Florida, I don't know what is.
We have a bear and a child running 1-2 last time across the line.
And I'm not sure what happened. We saw a lot of people, a lot of big breakup there. I don't know what happened. Jim Blossoms and a bunch of other drivers, Richard Blood, Kevin Boner, Pillman, Wuba Bali, all off the pace. I don't know if they got hung up by Jeff Janice and that kind of split everything off. No one fell off the. I'm being told nobody from the championship contenders fell off the pace.
That's good. That means we still got this going on here. And I'll tell you what, Jim Blossoms, he just ran Kevin Boner Pillman all the way up to the outside of the racetrack.
Well, they got a lot to race for. Jim Blossoms and Kevin Boner Pillman both made the playoffs, which means they're battling for 5th. And you can see how they are going into today's race. Of course, we'll update that at the end of this race. 23 laps in. And Nikolai, the Soviet driving bear, has got his Russian teammate, Vitaly Kryptov, right behind him.
And a much-needed good run for Vitaly Kryptov because we're hearing rumors, we're hearing speculation. I got the inside scoop. They're saying that Matryoshka make some wholesale changes. You know, they may even put Vladimir Putin in the car because he is a trained racing driver.
So they tell me, yeah. Well, Nikolai, the Soviet driving bear in that Russian Bears to You #2 car. You know, I don't know. Nikolai, the Soviet driving bear, to be fair, has not had a great season. But, again, as we mentioned, you try telling that bear to get out of the car.
You tried telling the bear that he needs to step up his performance, and he'll probably just lay around because he's a bear.
Or try to rip your throat out if you are too threatening. Well,
because, again, he is a bear.
He is an actual driving grizzly bear. 25 laps in the books, 35 to go. Paul Alcohol still your provisional champion in 6th place. Petrol Topoff in 10th.
You know how hard it is to make fireproof underwear for a bear.
Well, we just gotta hope that he doesn't singe his fur too much. That's really all it is.
I mean, the Russians put a dog in space. Clearly, they can put a bear in a car.
I mean, that's true. It seems easy after that.
Have you ever tried putting underwear on a bear? I mean, you get mauled at least 3 times, but then the bear walks around the underwear and looks pretty funny.
I mean, you know, as long as you don't get mauled, I think it's probably worth it for the laughs, you know. Depends.
It's worth it for the mauling too, because then your friends laugh at you when you're just holding onto your jugular and you're bleeding out and they're like,
oh my God. I don't think I want to bleed out because of a bear. Meanwhile, Petrol Topoff has moved himself into 7th place. I don't know if that's anything to do with his teammates, but they're just kind of giving way and letting him. They're kind of clearing a path for him. And Petrol Topoff can put a run on it. He's got Big Daddy Thibodeau in the way right now, but he can put a run on it and get a hold of Paul Alcohol.
Surprise, surprise. Big Daddy Thibodeau getting in the way of a championship fight he has no business in. I'm just saying my piece here. Paul Alcohol is in the lead of this championship fight, but he's still trying to chase down Nicholas Soviet Driving Bear because he wants to win this race. He wants to go out with a victory.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that War Machine Racing is going to keep their drivers next year. I don't think if there's one team that there's been zero rumor and innuendo about how they are shaping things up. I think they've just made it very clear. Paul Alcohol and Giacomo are their drivers. They're happy. The members of KISS are very happy with their sponsorship. I think they may be adding on some secondary sponsors as well. But again, that's just, as the Diddler Cup gets more and more popular, we're just growing as a business. So there's more sponsors that want their way in. And looks like Paul Alcohol may be looking to take a pass on this bear, but he's got Top Off right behind him.
Oh my goodness. There we go. Here is the nefarious team strategy. They're putting in that KGB maneuver into good use.
Looking for the pass. He's looking for the pass. He's got 542 Norman below him, but okay, the child smartly hits the brakes a little bit and lets Top Off get in front of him for a second, but he takes that line. He's got the pass. He's going to follow his teammate, Nikolai the Soviet Driving Bear. What brilliant strategy by Matryoshka Inc. to take their driver into championship position right now.
On the other hand, this would be astonishing for a first-time driver in Petro Topov, who of course set the record for the most dash cam incidents involved in his home city in Russia, way back in 2016.
Back in Kislovodsk, yeah.
Yes, of course. That also means that we. Oh, the deal that Anton guy.
542 Norman just slid right up the racetrack, but got out of the way of Alcohol.
We're halfway through the race. You guys know what that means, right?
All right. I think I know what it means.
It's time to spin the wheel of meat.
Oh my God, we're spinning the wheel of meat. We're spinning the wheel of meat.
We've got several different selections on the wheel of meat. I'm gonna give it a spin really quick. All right, let me just slap my meat on the desk and we will find out what kind of meat is it. All right, take a close listen. What kind of meat on the wheel of meat? Everyone can participate.
Oh, what kind of meat is it?
I'd say it's a center cut pork chop.
Can I hear the sound of it again, please?
Yes, you can.
All
It
right,
is not a center cut pork chop.
Oh, okay.
that to me looks like that to me sounds.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Yes.
Has Darlene had sex with it?
No.
Oh, that's gonna narrow it down.
All right, let's rule out human then.
We're checking the chat. Our fans are also letting us know what they think.
It is not chorizo, nor beef tongue, or flank steak.
Is it a ribeye?
It is not a ribeye.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, is it a Boston butt? Is it a pork butt?
It is not a pork butt, nor a pork fillet, but Redstone has it. It is a horse calf.
Oh my God, the actual calf of a horse.
It is a chunk of horse.
A chunk? How did you bring a chunk of horse in here?
Hey, I'm very, very clever where I hide the meat when I play Wheel of Meat.
Fair enough.
Thank you all
Hiding the
for
meat is
playing
important.
Wheel of Meat, and no, it is not my dog, even though I am totally new.
It is not Jeff Gordon the horse. Thank you. He is in. He's currently, he's in the back of the field right now. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at down the back of the field. Who's off the pace? Yeah, Jeff Shanice is out. We're gonna find out what it says. Accident. I don't know what happened to him, but we'll take a look at that later. Fat Darrell in the back. Jeff Gordon the horse. Boo with Jessup. Just trouble all season for Boo with Jessup. He's expressed mildly his displeasure with his performance this year. May not be happy about his team and everything like that. And look at Morris Mayfield starting at the back. That 6-9 car is in 5th place, right behind our defending series champion, Jean-Paul Henry. And look at this, Top Off and Alcohol are now looking like they're going to be 6 and 7. And where is Giacomo? Giacomo a little bit further back there. We're going to go ahead
A little
and take
bit further back, but he's still within reach. And Joe John Winchester, he's back into this fight as well.
Yeah, they're all in contention. Nothing has moved just yet. Again, remember the 5 bonus points do not factor in.
There's a good point here to be made, but that was, of course, the calf of our late friend Casey Atwood, the horse.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was some celebrity meat.
Oh, yes.
I only bring in the finest meat when I play Wheel of Meat, and I'd like to thank you all for playing Wheel of Meat. We will have more weird news later. But right now, let's get back to the race.
Yeah, absolutely.
speaking of
Scorch, it's been a
weird
great
news,
race. It's really been
I
a
like
fantastic
this, man.
one.
I want to share a beer with you, buddy.
Hey, nothing dirty, though. We don't do anything dirty. We might share beer, we might smoke some pot, but nothing dirty.
Of course, yeah, nothing dirty.
Nothing dirty.
Well, I mean,
Nothing
we're
We ain't saying.
I mean, I think hey, Scorch, if we come back here twice maybe next season, we have the Nuttin' Dirty a race.
Yeah. I lay it. Nothing dirty and nothing dirty race.
The Nuttin' Dirty 400.
The Nuttin' Derby?
The Nuttin' Derby. That's a different. The Nuttin' Derby is a different race, run by a different season.
It follows a different horse's leg.
That's a thoroughbred. That's a thoroughbred horse race that I don't want to talk about. The Nuttin' Derby.
And it's not held in November. It can never be held in November.
It can never be held in November. Absolutely. Well, Jeff Gordon the horse is in 28th place. People were wondering about that. Got a win for the season for Jeff Gordon the horse, which is amazing. That just breaks a streak of just not getting any wins for that 8 car. It was wonderful. Reverend Pastor Chavez is going to lead this race with Paul Alcohol in second again. And we're starting to see, we're getting to that point, Lloyd. I think we might start seeing green flag pit stops. We're going to keep coming around and find out when people are going to start pitting, and we're going to go right to them when they do.
That's right. It all comes down potentially to these pit stops. But, of course, it could also potentially come down to somebody trying to make a desperate move up the inside of turn 2 and taking out half the field.
Or, of course, someone just doing something really stupid.
I mean, all these things are possible in the Diddler Cup Racing Series, and that's why it's the fastest growing racing championship in all the good old
Seeing the
US of A.
69 car visiting pit lane.
Nice.
Looks like that
And
is the
Farina
first car to
542
do it.
Norman diving down as well.
Looks like 542 Norman as well in the pits. Oh, looks like 542 Norman had some, nope. Is there some damage on 542 Norman's car? Looks like there might be. Can't really tell. That looks like that got pushed in a little bit. What has happened to... Oh, my goodness.
Man.
I don't know.
Oh, he's gonna have to tell his parents about that one. That's not gonna be a good conversation.
I mean, that's not good to hear. What's going on with that? We're gonna have to get back and find out what happened there. We got a caution out, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, my
Caution
goodness,
is out.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy.
Pace car is out. Caution is out. Oh, my goodness. I'm not sure what happened with 542 Norman, but we're going to have to... Oh, my goodness. I'm going to have to find out... I didn't even see the wreck. We're going to have to find out at the end of the...
It's a yellow flag pit right here.
Something involving Ennio Sparini as well. Getting all sorts of words here. Ennio Sparini, Richard Blood, Doug Pork seem to may have all been involved in that. Goodness me, what's going on in this goddamn auto race?
Yeah, we finally got a crash. Yeah, crashes. Yeah.
Well, Doug Pork seems to be out of this race via... Yeah, look at that, all there right there. An accident seems to have happened. A 5-car accident involving the 10, the 83, the 13, the 28, and the 51.
Bingo!
542 Norman and Richard Blood's in it as well, and
Shame
of course,
for Richard
now
Blood.
we have a scene here, and looks like we got some rescue crews coming out to to the pits of South Tucson Youth Motorsports as the caution flag comes out.
We'll get more word of that as we can. And look, there's a bunch of cars hitting pit road right now. Jean-Paul Henry has. We're taking a look to see if any of them are championship contenders. I don't think anyone is. We're kind of just seeing as they cycle around. We'll get more word on 542 Norman and anybody else involved in that wreck. I think we'll have a better idea when we see the wreck later. We'll get some news. Yeah, we'll pass some notes around and make sure we understand what's going on. But right now, it looks like everybody is on the track. Alcohol.
Here's the important thing when you get this reset here. You got 2, 3, 5, and 9.
Yep.
All 4 championship drivers in top 10 standings here.
Yep, and I
That's
don't think
gonna
they've
be one
pitted
hell
yet.
of a reset.
They may not have pitted yet, so I think they might have to on the next lap around. We're gonna find out. Pace car is still out. Lights are still blinking, so you know nothing happening at the moment as far as that. So they got another chance to pit coming around here. Once the lights go off on the pace car, then we're at the last lap of the caution.
Folks, I've just been passed a note here. This is actually just a crude drawing of a penis on a sticky note. All right, Beaumont.
Hey, how'd you like my self-portrait?
Oh man, this is good, man.
It's like when you draw the hand for Thanksgiving.
I've just been passed
giving you a
another.
finger.
I've just been passed another note. It says 80085.
Hey, got you. I did the calculations myself on that
there
one.
we go. Well, pace car is still out. We're still heading around.
Looks like it's time for a little bit of weird news then. Weird news! Yeah. Alright, let me just pull up the weird news stories right here. In Texas, a Texas man was sentenced to 50 years in prison for stealing $1.2 million worth of... Do you guys want to take a guess of what he stole?
Oh man.
How
Let me
much
guess.
money?
Was it cigarettes?
$1.2 million, and it is not cigarettes.
I'm gonna say lottery tickets.
It is not lottery tickets.
Feminine hygiene products.
No, that would be very good, but no, it is fajitas. Yes,
That's a lot of fajitas.
A
It's a
Texas
lot of
man
damn fajita mix.
was so employed at the Darrell B. Hester Juvenile Detention Center in San Benito, Texas, until August 2017, when it was discovered he had been placing orders for fajitas using county funds and then selling them for his own profit since December 2008. On Friday, Escobedo was sentenced to a maximum fine of $10,000 on top of the $1.2 million of restitution he must pay to repay back the cost of the fajitas.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, it makes me want fajitas right now.
Damn, fajitas sound
Damn, you
good.
make me hungry for stolen for heaters.
You're
Yeah.
making me hungry for the post fajita shits on the following morning.
Y'all wanna go steal some fajitas after this?
Man, that sounds good.
That old guy, that guy's name is Gilberto Escamilla, who is 53. His scheme unraveled in August when a delivery driver with a local food service phoned the detention center to give kitchen employees a heads up that the 800-pound delivery of fajitas had arrived. Employees want the delivery to be suspicious because minors in the detention center are not served fajitas.
I see. Well, here we're seeing the first of the pits. Joe John Winchester is visiting pit road.
So too is Giacomo Giacomo.
Giacomo as well. We're going to keep an eye on this. Alcohol and Top Off have not. We're going to go back to them in just a second. Take a look at the pace car. Yep, lights are still on for the pace car, so...
Lee Corso is driving with a mascot head on,
He is.
as he is always tend to do.
And the lights are off on the pace car, which that means that Alcohol and did Alcohol and Top Off miss their opportunity to pit?
We'll see what happens here. I mean, this is obviously they must be thinking, well, I don't know what the hell they're thinking.
No doubt about that. And Giacomo in the best position, the best pit stall, right at the front, right at the line. Keeping an eye on that car. Looks like they got off pit lane with no issues. And Winchester looking to make the pass up pit lane. Holy shit! Winchester just blew right by Giacomo off the pit road.
Look at that gamesmanship. That is
What
awesome.
the hell? Oh my God! Giacomo just got into a wreck. He just hit the wall on pit road.
Oh no!
my God!
I don't know. Look who's right in front of him. Dirk Tanaka right in front of him. What the hell is going on?
What the hell?
We got a race, baby! We got a race!
And he's just motoring himself right back up to the front. He is going to go ahead and pass Joe John Winchester again.
Motoring!
I think they're just getting back into position as they were.
No.
I'm surprised they did not wreck each other in that exchange. I'll be real with you.
Okay, well, I think officials are letting them know that they had to get back into position. That's why I think Giacomo just went right back in front of him. Because you're not allowed to pass out. We do have. This is not non-smoking. This is the Diddler Cup. We do have rules. But Giacomo, I think, was informed that he was not. He was allowed to take his positions back. He's not allowed to be passed on pit road. But we're gonna go ahead. Pace car is off as we go around. It's gonna be a 20-lap sprint to the finish
for the championship.
50 miles away from crowning a champion. And here we fucking go! Reverend Pastor Chavez is gonna lead these cars to the green flag with 20 to go. Paul Alcohol, your provisional champion, in second. Petrol Top Off in the 90 car in fourth. The other two drop to the back, 17th and 18th, but they're in that pack of cars as well. They have
got fresh tires. They got fresh rubbers on.
Fresh rubbers, fresh tires, full tank of fuel too.
They got fresh wheels of meat.
We got Lloyd, I think we got to pay the sponsors as Paul Alcohol's about to take the lead and get past. Well, no, he's got Giacomo. He's got Petrol Top Off right behind him as well, racing for second. Of course, as we had that. We got to thank our sponsor for our fuel sponsor, of course, as well.
That's of course right.
Here they come. They're going to pit lane. Oh my God!
Oh my God!
They miscalculated. They must have just messed it up. They fucked it up, y'all.
Oh, obviously they're thinking. I don't know what the hell they're thinking.
Two of our championship contenders did not pit under yellow.
Well,
what a huge mistake.
Here's the real key with that. See, pitting under yellow is what's known as smart strategy, right? And see, everyone's going to be going for the smart strategy. These guys are brilliant because they're not going for the smart strategy. They're pitting now because they're letting everyone else get all bunched up and jumbled together, and then they can come out fresh, completely with a pack that's all crunched up together, and then they can just come in, just do a little bump and run, cause another accident.
Something if all four championship drivers are at the back of the field?
I mean, pardon my language, but the fuck is happening here?
I don't know, Shep.
We're going through this field. We're going through this field right now, and I'm trying to figure out. Okay, Joe John Winchester is in 6th place.
And provisionally, he is your champion.
He is our provisional champion as we speak. Giacomo in 12th is 5 seconds behind him. Oh my God, this is just an amazing thing.
This is dumb as hell. I love it.
This is the dumbest thing. Something incredibly stupid is happening, and we are here to witness it. Only in the goddamn Diddler Cup, y'all.
That's only in the goddamn Diddler Cup races here.
Diddler Cup, it's fucking stupid.
I love it.
There's our new tagline.
Hey, there's nothing stupid about the PFG racetrack, though.
No, it's a beautiful racetrack, Scorch. This has nothing to do with your racetrack.
God damn right, Henry. The drivers are stupid, especially that Paul Walker fella.
Well, that's the thing. We wanted a racetrack that can handle stupid, and you know what? This racetrack can absolutely do that. El Matador Toto Rosena is your leader.
It can handle it. It can't contain it.
No.
It's got Fat Daryl in 2nd place.
You cannot stop stupid. You can only hope to contain it.
And luckily, there is plenty of ocean, plenty of open sands here to contain the stupidity inside Scorch's PFG racetrack.
Absolutely.
What a fine racing facility. We got perfect beachside view.
And let's be realistic, okay? Looking at the back of the pack who actually did not take the yellow to pit, they got plenty of ocean racetrack to be able to catch up and be able to regain. And quite frankly, I mean, all we're looking at is one more accident, and they could be right back at the top of the pack.
Well, we get one more. You're absolutely right, Scorch. A caution will put this field all back together again, because Paul Alcohol and Petrol Top Off are basically getting a draft off of one another, but they are still on the lead lap, which means they would be right bunched up again if we get a wreck.
So that means they got to fight to stay on the lead lap. They just got to drive time as hell. And, of course, they're going to have fresher tires. I mean, slightly fresher tires, but fresher tires nonetheless.
I mean, technically 12, 13, and 14 are all championship contenders, but there is a 33-second difference between 12th and 13th.
Giacomo is in this second pack of cars.
Yeah.
He needs.
They all need a caution.
And they need a caution.
You need a miracle. You need Smiley Fan Viewer.
All he needs is a miracle. All he needs.
And let me just make a little prediction right here, okay?
Please.
If we're going to get a miracle, it is going to come at the hands of the worst driver in the history of the Diddler Cup. And I am talking about, of course, Paul Walker. I'm so sad that you died in a car crash.
Fair enough. Well, he's not in a wreck today. He's the first driver off the pace. Oh, he's the first driver a lap down, and they are actually encountering him right now. Looks like El Matador Toto Rosanna, our leader, has already made the pass. Fat Darrell going to be looking low as well. And Joe John Winchester, at this point, he's in a position right now where he just has to keep the car together.
He just needs to not wreck the damn thing.
Pretty much. Now a caution will change that. Any sort of caution will just bunch this field up all together once more. We got 14 laps to go. This is...
All right. Come on, Paul Walker. Screw everything up.
And
I'm rooting for you because I hate you.
This is the Diddler Cup. This is so stupid. And you are watching it live as we crown the champion. Rick and Walton taking
history here.
This is a great moment in stupid history.
Speaking of stupid history, we've got another installment of Weird News.
All right, it's a good time for some weird news. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this thing.
A 69-year-old man who identifies as 20 years younger begins his legal battle to change his age. The self-proclaimed young god argues that if people can legally change his gender, then he should be able to legally change his age. The Dutch entrepreneur Emil Rettenbouw is hoping he'll be able to change his date of birth from March 11, 1949 to March 11, 1969.
Nice.
After his doctor said he had the body of someone more than 20 years younger than himself. He's hoping to do this to improve his job prospects and his luck with women on Tinder. The self-help guru, who describes himself as, quote, young god, unquote, is taking action against his local authority after it refused to change his age on official documents. Mr. Rattenborough told The Telegraph, quote, you can change your name, you can change your gender, why not your age? Nowhere are you so discriminated against with as your age, unquote. And that's this week's installment of Weird News.
All right.
I mean, I can't argue with that, but I think it just makes my head hurt when I try to.
That just sounds dumb as hell.
It does sound dumb as hell. It sounds like it fits right in.
When you reach age 69, I'd say you've reached a good point. Yeah, nice.
Wouldn't you want to just be 69 forever?
Nice.
I'm just telling you guys, I've tried to perfect time travel, but I can only time travel into the future, and that's with, a bottle of Jack.
And that's just with waiting.
And that's just with noxious fumes.
Exactly.
And that's just with your latest installment of Weird News.
And we're seeing Joe John Winchester take a look for the lead here. You know what? He's not just content with keeping up in and just leading basically the four cars. He wants to win this goddamn auto race.
He gonna bump and run, he gonna cause an accident, mark my words. You're gonna be dumb and try and take the lead, and then there's gonna be an accident, and then there's gonna be a caution flag, and then it's gonna be a race for the final 5 laps.
Well, I certainly hope not, but I mean, I will say, Scorch, that would be the most entertaining thing to see. 10 laps to go. Winchester, your leader. Oh my God, he is just trying to drive this thing as hard as he can.
He wants to win with a statement.
Absolutely. Well, he saw how close he came last season. He watched Jean-Paul Henry win that race and effectively win the championship on the last race by crossing the finish line in first. And
all that did was just it just made him more sharp, more focused, more determined, more leftist in his political beliefs.
And it got him a great team to back him up. He's got it's a racing team. We talk about how great War Machine Racing is, y'all. That's the thing. ATF Bureau has been a heck of a team as well. Only one pole award, but 2 rookie drivers and 4 wins across the 3 drivers on that team. Cobb Salad and Agent Toby Keith, each with 1 win. Joe John Winchester with 2 wins, looking to make it 3. And again, 2 out of those 3 drivers, one of them being a rookie, made the dang playoffs.
I understand that Joe John Winchester has his car loaded up for this race. And not just with fuel. Well, let's just see. It looks like he brought the entire Just Guns inventory from the store down in Tuscaloosa.
Okay. Well, all right, and that sounds horribly dangerous, and I for one am for it.
Because if this car gets hit in any way, it could trigger a massive explosion.
Y'all, there is something really interesting going on as we look at Giacomo in second place as far as the championship points go. Just getting past, he is right behind one of Winchester's teammates, Agent Toby Keith, and just below him is a familiar face he don't want to see in Dirk Tanaka, and he is right behind that 99 Slap Mart car.
Oh no, the rivalry renewed. We know these two got together a couple of races ago, and a wreck took Dirk Tanaka out of the playoffs.
But it was the race afterwards that took Tanaka out of the playoffs. It took Giacomo out of that race, but it was after the fact that took Tanaka out of the playoffs and allowed Giacomo to stay alive. 6 laps to go right now. Sorry, 7 laps to go. 7 laps to go.
All the pressure is on Joe John Winchester because he knows he has to win this championship. He cannot afford a mistake, but you know Joe John Winchester is not going to give it up.
All he just got to do is keep the car on the track, and he's got it.
Yep, no cautions.
He's known for making those mistakes, and I mean, quite frankly, he's almost as bad as that terrible, terrible Paul Walker. That guy is worthless at racing, and understandably so. And all he does is cause accidents. Quite frankly, I won't be surprised if Paul Walker causes 6 more accidents on this racetrack today with 6 laps to go.
He is 6 laps to go right now. He is not in that lead. He is in that lead pack, but he is a lap down, as is Vitala Kriptov, and Winchester has to contend with them right now. They're both a lap down.
Spot to be. You do not want to be caught up if one of these cars gets loose and spins up right in front of you. That could be the end of it.
Yep, there's usually, if you're a lap down in a race, there's usually a reason for it, and you gotta watch out that one of them. Look at how I don't know if Walker was trying to pass his teammate Smiley Van Buren or just needed some clean air for a second. You know, sometimes you just kind of duck down if you get something caught up in your grill just to kind of loosen it up, but Walker got really just took a quick look down at the low end of the track, but nowhere near Winchester at the moment. But he is all over the place.
I'm telling you, he's going to ruin everything.
5 to
Paul
go.
Walker.
5 to go.
For Joe John Winchester.
Winchester is now at the back of this current pack of lead cars. He's got 11 seconds pretty much on the next championship contender. But he is sitting in 6th place behind Bucket Duchan in that 55 Taco Baco car. You know, again, we've been talking about some of the surprises and some of the good things about this season. The Spub and Mortport's team, you know, Paul Walker, Bucket Duchan, Smiley Van Buren, a similar situation to Winchester. You know, it's a new 3-car team. Here's 2 rookies we're putting in with you, and you kind of have to act as a mentor. You know, I gotta say, you know, not at the level that I think Winchester's team had success, but that's a good team to watch for the future.
That really is. They got some good talent, and of course, with another year of experience under the belt, they could be even better come 2019. I can't believe it. I wish we didn't have to wait so damn long to get more racing in here. Don't you?
Well, Bucket Duchan with 4 laps to go. Bucket Duchan 2 poles on the season for that Taco Baco car. Again, just. You know, I think they put a lot of faith. They went and they scoured for young drivers, young talent, and they got Van Buren and they got Duchan. And I think Duchan has really become a fan favorite as well. They love seeing that. They love tinkling outside the Binkle and seeing that Taco Baco car.
Everybody is absolutely buck naked.
Absolutely. Everyone is tinkling where they binkle.
Clapping in the wind.
Totally nude.
Yeah, totally nude 500. 3 laps to go. Joe John Winchester has moved up to 5th place. Passing at one point the leader, El Matador Toto Rosanna. You know, I want to talk about that. Ricky Walton and El Matador Toto Rosanna, they're teammates as well. as part of HTE Bassmet Racing. And again, El Metro Toto Rosanna, he got a win this season, as has Ricky Walton. You know, they haven't really had the kind of success they had hoped to have. But Rosanna, you know, you could say of all the drivers that didn't make the playoffs, El Metro Toto Rosanna may be the most qualified driver to improve himself next season.
It all comes down to these final 2 laps.
2 laps to
Joe
go.
John Winchester.
Winchester up to 3rd.
Generation athlete whose father aspired to become a racing driver. Didn't quite cut the mustard. Tried to be a mixed martial artist. Well, he got knocked out a bunch of times. He was, of course, a very ugly and virulent racist.
Yeah.
And Joe John Winchester, who aspired to be nothing like his daddy. For all the daddy issues that it brought him success in race cars. And now he is just a lap and a half from realizing the ultimate dream. But he's got to run down Bucket Dushine to get the win in the final race of the season.
I mean, you know, you got to imagine what it's like on that race radio as they come around one more time for the white flag. He's right behind Bucket Dushine. Can he get the victory on top of it? What a sweet win. What a sweet day it would be for Winchester to get the win and the championship. It's basically a lock at this point. White lap indeed. Bucket Dushine is putting that pedal to the metal. I mean, you know, it's still a race. Dushine is going to be really proud if he can win this race. Let's not take it away from him at all. Let's not take anything away from Winchester if he finishes 2nd.
There is no shame in this. It's going to come down to these final 2
The
corners.
last diddle.
This is the final diddle.
This is it. The crowd erupts. It stands on its feet. It stands erect because there's a lot of naked people out there on the grandstands.
And
Final
here we
corner
go.
Coming up.
Crossing the line. Hell, it's going to be Bucket Dushine's day. But it's Joe John Winchester's season in that 4-7. Just guns forward. He has done it after coming so close last season. The 4-7 team is celebrating a Diddler Cup championship.
We just want the Diddler Cup
There we're seeing it. Giacomo, 2nd place. Paul Alcohol,
And
3rd.
that's the story
Petrol
of the
Top
race
Off,
there as
4th.
well.
Big
What would have
Nude
been-
wins championships.
Being
That's stupid.
championships. All alcohol. Petrol top off.
Well,
They had
I
a
think
chance
we
to win
got,
this
Get a beer together, thinking they got it won. Guess what happened?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, sometimes that's what happens, you know. Well, Lloyd, we got 2 different. I think we got 2 different interviews to get.
Hold on, I'm getting petrol top off of the scanner. All right. Yes, did we win the race? That was since that. Did we win the race? Petrol. I think we should have come under that caution. Yeah, but we still won the race and we won the championship, right? No. Oh. God damn it. Oh man, what a shame.
Well, they thought they would. Well, you know what? I think they're gonna tell Russia that they won it anyway. That's how that's gonna work. Well, we're looking at it right now. There you see it right now. I think. Can you go ahead and pull up our race winner,
All
Bucket
right.
Dushine?
We've actually got in victory lane Bucket Dushine. He's climbing out of his car. I tell you what a season this has been. What a rookie there has been. Bucket Dushine, you got lightning Lloyd shivers down the pits. It took a while, but in your final race of the season, you're finally a Diddler Cup race series winner. That's right. Well, thank all both down there. Tackle backers up here. Want to thank everybody down there at Smub Moore Park. Got a great race car. That was so fun running the last few laps. I didn't know we think we were going to. I felt great for both down there shopping, and we all going to be.
I think it speaks my language. Math.
What?
Oh my God! Did he just? Was that the entire interview, Lord?
I don't know, Bucket Dooshine, what does this win for your team go on into 2019? It's gonna be awesome, man. 2019 gonna be a much better season than what we've had before. We're gonna have fast cars. We're gonna have much more experience. We're gonna go out there, win every race. We're gonna win that Diddler Cup next year. It's gonna be just like this year.
Oh my God! How do you know what the hell he's saying? How do you know what he's saying?
I think they're just.
I got educated somehow.
That's right. Well, Bucket Dooshine, of course, he's always energetic because that's the do in the Dooshine is caffeinated soda that won't pay us to be on part of their broadcast, but Bucket Dooshine.
Fair enough, but what the hell?
I tell you what, Bucket Dooshine, I hope he goes to that big. There's a little there's a dyslexic resort down there called Cabo down there in Mexico, where he can go to for get his corporate stuff there. Hey, big win for you, son.
Oh my God. Well, that is huge. And Bucket Dooshine standing on the he's taking down the window net is already down. He's standing on the window of his car, and he just did a backflip. Oh Jesus Christ! He just landed on his shoulders. He's fine, guys. He's fine, ladies and gentlemen. He's fine. Apparently, he's supposed to do that. Apparently, that he's acting like that was supposed to happen. He seems to be fine.
Right. That's right. When he was coming up through racing in Tennessee and Virginia, he always made that his victory celebration. He would do a cartwheel off the back of his car and then just land high and tight on his shoulders and or his neck.
It's amazing to see that happen. It's amazing to see it here in the Diddler Cup. It is.
Guess what? We get to see it finally on a Diddler Cup Racing Series victory lane.
I'm so used to seeing it on TV, and I guess they don't show the horrible tragedy of him landing on his shoulders. But I mean, you know, I guess that's how it works then. So yeah. Well, holy shit. Well, I think what we have to do now is we got to get ourselves.
That's right. We got to talk. We got to talk with the man.
I got to serve the rest of my house arrest here. I got to leave, guys. One hell of a race here, everyone.
One hell of a race. One hell of a season, Beaumont. Thank you. We'll hope to see. We'll definitely see you. You know, you go ahead and get yourself sorted out legally, and we'll be back in 2019. We'll have you there.
Absolutely. Save a seat for me.
Of course.
Now, of course, we got the champion. There is celebration. There is confetti. There is Nickelodeon slime, and most importantly, there are guns ablazing. Don't worry, they're firing them out to the ocean. They are firing them out to the ocean, away from other people.
Of course they are. That's what I assumed was happening. Jesus Christ, that would be scary as shit if it wasn't.
And that, of course, brings us to our interview with Joe John Winchester. Joe John Winchester, I tell you what, and last year you came so close. What does it mean to be standing here in Santa Monica, California as the Diddler Cup Series champion? Oh my God. I don't believe it. Did this really happen? I can't believe it. Chip, did this actually happen?
Yeah, it did, Joe John. Congratulations.
Oh my God,
you are the 2018 Diddler Cup champion. Oh my Jesus! Everybody get down. Get the fuck. The Scorch, get down. Jesus fucking Christ.
That's what I'm talking about.
I gotta get out of here because this is getting a little too dangerous.
I'm so scared.
I'll tell you what, man. When my dad told me that I was never going to match a shit life, I took that, and I stuck that with that for the next 21 years. That's how I learned to race here at Talladega, and that's how I got to this point. I just want to thank everybody except Pure Racing. I want to thank everybody at Just Guns at 100 different locations across the Mid-South, the Deep South, and Mid-Atlantic, and of course, it's St. Fest. I want to thank the Democratic Socialists of Middle Alabama.
There you go, Joe John. Get it all out. Get all the sponsors out.
Yes. Most importantly, I want to I just want to leave a note here. We all worked so hard from South Tucson to Santa Monica, never stopped in between. I can't believe it. I'm a Diddler Cup champion. I'm a champion, Dad! Fuck you!
Jesus fucking Christ. These, oh my God. Okay, then. Well, hell yeah.
He brought a lot of guns here.
He did. He brought a lot of guns.
He is naked and firing guns into the ocean.
I mean, you know, good for him. Good for him for bringing guns and firing them naked. That is, if there ain't nothing more American than being naked and firing guns, and I don't know what it might be. But man, right. what an emotional day. Congratulations again, Joe John. We don't want to keep you any longer. We know you got a lot of celebrating to do. We know you got a lot of gloating in front of your father. Man, it's just congratulations.
I'm just ready to do this all we did in 2019.
And what a day for War Machine for ATF Bureau Racing. We were gonna say War Machine Racing, man. Second and third, that has got to be heartbreaking for them. But wow, what a goddamn auto race, Lord. Well, again, Scorch has already left the broadcast booth. He is firing guns naked as the day he was born, alongside Joe John Winchester. I hope we'll meet him back at the Shoney's later or wherever we get our fajitas from.
Yeah, that's right. We definitely need to get some fajitas here.
Yeah. Well, first off, let's go ahead and congratulate our fifth place driver, Jean-Paul Henry, who was able to beat Big Daddy Thibodeau for the battle for fifth, overtake him. Big Daddy Thibodeau 6th, Dirk Tanaka in 7th, Jim Blossoms 8th place, Paul Walker 9th, Morris Mayfield 10th, Ricky Walton 11th, Richard Blood, Jeff Shanice, Kevin Boner Pillman, Reverend Pastor Chavez, and Cobb Salad. That's your top 16. Fat Daryl, your 17th place driver. The best of those who did not qualify, with Agent Toby Keith right behind him, Bucket Dewshine in 19th, Ennio Sparina in 20th. And we're not going to go ahead through the rest of the field. It'll all be available online for you to see. But that is it. Wow, what a race. Lord, what a race. What a race, what a season, what a championship. What a deserved championship.
What a damn stupid sequence of events that took Paul Alcohol and Petrol Top off out of this.
Amazing.
That's the incredible thing about the Diddler Cup races here is that anything can happen, and it usually does, and it's stupid as hell, and we love it.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say at this point. But that's we've got oh shoot, we got a wreck to look at.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Hey, Linwood, let's pull up that tape.
All right, let's go ahead, and it was around lap 35 to 37. We want to find out what happened to Jeff Shanice first. That was the thing. As we find out what in the hell happened to Jeff Shanice earlier on in this race, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of look up that, because we had Jeff Shanice early on, then we had the actual caution that brought him to pit road. Let's see. Okay, so we're looking at this. I'm going to go ahead. Where I'm at. He's in pit lane. He's in the pits at lap 22. I'm looking at lap 19 right now. I want to see what in the hell happened, because he definitely was the cause of the split in the field, the first split. And then, of course, we had the wreck that completely just sent everything to hell. Kind of watching it right now. We're seeing it. No, lap 19, he's running just fine. Lap 20, he might have just blew something in his car, and I don't even see like an accident that he got involved in, but look at him coming around lap 20. It might be lap 21. We'll keep an eye on this in just a second. I'll have the footage up for you in a second. Linwood's working hard on this.
That's right. Let's roll the tape. Oh, I've just been handed a note here. No, it's just the one that has a penis on it.
Okay. I got handed a note earlier, by the way, but it was just the schematics of the racetrack. I had asked for it, and that was
as it turns out, it's just a triangle.
It literally is a triangle. No, like not even no names, no nothing on it. Just I think this was I don't want to use the phrase non-contact, but we're gonna go ahead and take a look at Jeff Shanice right now. Jeff Shanice right there in the center of that dark red 38 car. I don't think he made any contact. I don't know what happened here. I think just something in the engine blew, and all of a sudden he's pouring up a whole lot of smoke. Yeah, something just
blew
went
up.
completely to hell, and he couldn't. Oh, and he just completely. Yeah, it all just goes to shit.
Turned up the heat too much in the engine, and for Quisan, that doesn't look good.
Yeah, and thankfully we're not seeing any sort of other issues with anybody else. They just got like left behind in the pack, and the no caution just meant that just dropped him behind. But look, he's going out into the sand. He's not even in the pit. He's not even on the road to pit lane.
I think he's
down,
just trying. It's just trying to find some way to quench the flame, and he's
trying to get into the ocean.
Yeah, he's trying to get to the ocean, which that of course flooded the engine, but of course the engine's fucked already.
Yeah, so like, what's the use at that point? Oh, he can't even make it to pit. He didn't even make it to pit road. Well, we've got a wreck to check out in just a second. That I believe happened at around lap 35. Who finished dead last? I believe it was the Bear.
How could this be? He was leading. He was leading the race. What a shame.
He was leading the race. I mean, like, who finished last? And finished last in the race, or who finished last in the standings? I think that's the Bear. Wubba Bala finished second to last, but that's also because he had one less race that he started. Now, I don't know what in the hell happened with. Oh my God. Oh my God.
How's it looking?
Oh, it's not looking good. Y'all? Just gonna put this, might need to get some news. Here we go. 542 Norman. I'm not sure what happened. He is coming around this turn, trying to visit pit road, following his teammate. Oh, Jesus Christ! Enios Marina too! What the fuck? Enios Marina! Fucking hell! Why is Enios Marina leaping up all over the dang place?
Enios Sperini's car is upside down, and that's why we were seeing all that medical attention out of that attenuator.
I didn't know it was Sperini too.
Oh my goodness. Enios Sperini walked away from it.
Oh
somehow
my God, Sperini. Well, Sperini, I think it was kind of an effect. Oh, Jesus, somebody else hit him. Fucking hell.
Oh my God.
What the
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh God. Did we just kill a child? Holy shit. I mean, we joke about that, but no, I don't think we... I'm sure we'll find... We'll get some information going through here. I want to see what in the hell happened. Who connected with... Okay, so we're going to go on... We can go on board? We can go on board here. Okay. We're going to go on board with Enios Sperini. I don't know what happened here. Let me take this back a little bit. Head to pit road. Just did not time it right. Oh! Fucking hell.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
We're going to go on board with the child. I think.
I tell you, in all my time, I've never seen such a horrible, amorphous laptop. I mean, that's usually the result of when that Russian fellow stops by. But when you optimize Prime like that,
and
sometimes
well, we're going to say, if you're squeamish, avert your eyes from this horrible amorphous screen.
Yes. Grand parental discretion is right. So if you're under 75, just get out.
Oh, fucking hell!
Oh God,
that's Jesus Christ. Well, I want to see what happened to Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver as well, because he was involved in that wreck, it said, too.
Linwood, Percival, y'all cut that out. I mean, you may need to actually cut that out for legal reasons after the race. You don't want to get liable.
Let's see what's going on here. I'm looking at the number 10 car. I'm not sure why he was involved in that wreck, but oh yeah, there it is. It's Richard Blood. What happened to Richard Blood then? This is just a complete okay, hang on a second. We're gonna go figure this out. Oh my goodness,
this just adds even more stupidity.
Yeah.
To what was already the dumbest race on the season. And we had races where we let a bat into everybody's car.
Y'all, I don't think the Richard Blood wreck was anything related. Richard Blood, Rhubarb Bowers right behind him, and Doug Pork also involved in this wreck. I think Rhubarb Bowers is I think he's trying to avoid the wreck. Slides up. Oh no, he caught. That's what it was. He caught. He must have he clipped the 28. We're gonna go on board here with Richard Blood. He's gonna clip the 28. Cuts a tire. Slides up the track. And that last bit was Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver involved as well. My God. Well, we're still trying to find out what we can about this, because that was a heavy lick. Lord, are you getting any sort of information at the moment? I'm not sure either.
I'm just looking up titties on my phone here.
Oh, fair enough. Has there been there's been an envelope kind of just passed to us. I don't know how long it's been there. It might have been there for a bit. We're kind of watching what's happening to Doug Pork here. We're gonna go ahead and you go ahead and get that a clip. Oh Jesus, Doug Pork had the same thing happen to him. Holy shit! What is going on with this pit road?
Damn, this is treacherous. I think Mr. Scorch may need to get a look at this here. I'm sure it's fine.
One last time, we're gonna go ahead and well, it's probably just junk mail, but I mean, we didn't get. Yeah. I think sometimes they deliver the mail right before we. Right before
I mean,
race. So yeah, go if you mind. It's not labeled or nothing. Just go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and show the 542 Norman crash one more time from the cockpit. It is gruesome. Take a look at this. Trying to pit. He's following Sperini's teammate as he's been taught to do. Sperini makes the error, and Norman just collides.
Okay, I got it here.
Let's see it one more time. Here it comes. Oh, right. Jesus fucking Christ. You see a car fly like that. And one last time. Lord, ain't this great? Don't we love these wrecks?
That's right. All right, I got the envelope right here. You have to excuse me. I don't read good here. All right, here we go. South Tucson
South Tucson
Youth Motorsports. All right. Official statement. We regurt to inform. I think that
regret to inform you.
542 Norman. Has sustained fatal injurious as a result of his accident during tonight's Diddler Cup Racing Series event.
What?
Here, you want to read this? I can't read it.
Regret to inform you, fatal. So that's 542. Oh God.
Oh God.
Lord, we killed the kid.
And we let a 13-year-old child drive a race car. Now he's.
I mean, we had a bear and a horse, and nothing ever happened there.
Yeah.
I figured, why not? Sell some tickets, you know? Fuck. What do we do?
Doesn't he have a brother? Doesn't he have like 5 brothers?
It's South Tucson. There's kids everywhere there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see if they want to drive the car next year.
I'm sure. We'll talk to Ennio. We'll talk to BDT. I'll talk to BDT.
Yeah, I'll talk to Ennio. You talk to that other guy. Man. Well, folks, this has been an amazing season of Diddler Cup Race Series competition. We want to thank you all for coming out here to every one of our events. We want to thank all the sponsors as well. Ravage, the official cryptocurrency of the Diddler Cup Race Series. We want to thank Parts Unknown Auto Parts, the official Unknown Auto Parts sponsor of the Diddler Cup Race Series. Thank you all to the Beepers High Octane Racing Fuel. Put a little Beepers in your tank. Beepers! And a little bit of blood of Reshark, the official adult diaper of the Diddler Cup Race Series. Restart bells of Reshark. Endorsed by Lightning Boy Shivers. Folks, this has been an amazing series. We'll see y'all next time, next season, next spring, South Tucson.
Yep, we'll be back next year with more Diddler Cup Racing Series. Thank y'all for joining us the entire time. My name is Chip Chapman. That's Lightning Lord Shivers. Thank you, Bo Montricus. Thank you to Scorch. We've got to go before we start having to answer some questions. We're just going to keep playing this vamp over and over. Just to kill some time when our ride shows up. Thank y'all for showing up here today. Get the fuck out of Santa Monica unless you want to answer some questions. We'll see you back in the spring of 2019 for another Diddler Cup Racing Series. Thank y'all for joining us. And it has been a goddamn auto race!